Here she is, hooked up to the new owner. Man, I bet you've been wondering where I've been. I've taken quite the break from YouTube, mostly just because I didn't have much subject matter to work with, and I've kind of been waiting for my new boat to get here. So yeah, today is kind of an interesting day. So I basically sold my 2022 boat almost last minute. I was getting prepared for the possibility of using my 2022 boat for another season. I was probably about 3-ish weeks away from, you know, possibly deciding if I need to run my 2022 boat again. It's just been a crazy market. I definitely, you know, I think I got an okay price for it, but it's definitely less than I thought it would go for. So yeah, it's been a slow market this winter and just over this last season. But the good news is, the boat is going to a good home in Reno, Nevada, and they're pretty excited about the boat. I'm actually headed to the dealership right now because I dropped off the boat yesterday to get a thruster installed because the buyer wants the thruster added. So I'm actually going to go in there and for the rest of the day here, it's 1:30 now. Basically help them out is anywhere they might need help with the install, and if they don't need help with the install, I'll just hang out and help out, kind of how I normally do. I normally help out with sales and just kind of product knowledge, sort of, when customers come in. So yeah, anyways, but I'm going to show you the boat. I'll give you a little tidbit of the progress. You know, I have no idea exactly where they're at. I know I saw a post last night of the interior kind of taken apart, so that gets everything. So I'm kind of curious to see where they're at. I know they were trying to. It sounded like they wanted to get ahead of their schedule. So I think it's possible that they could be up most of the way done. The buyer is coming on Wednesday. So today is Saturday. So the buyer's coming on Wednesday to pick it up. So it should be ready by then to hand it over, and they should be able to drop it in the water within, I think, from that point it'll be like 3 days, because the sealant that you have to put on the boat for the new holes that are going in the boat, they told me that it takes 7 days to cure properly. So and I did tell the buyer that so that they can be aware of it. But yeah, anyways, heading to the shop now, and like I said, I'll show you the boat. Basically, from the first boat I bought, including non-wake boats and all the wake boats I've owned, I've never put more than 3 seasons on a boat, which is kind of interesting. I never imagined it would be like that. It's just how things have worked out. It definitely makes it a little more bittersweet to see the old boat go when I've spent more time with it. The 2022 G23 has definitely served me well, and I will miss it. So anyways, show you the boat in the next clips. All right, today is the day, the bittersweet day, where this beauty goes to somebody else. I'm going to be pulling it to them here in a second. Got my neighbor kid yelling at me. You can see I wrapped up the tower posts, the trailer. Him and I are going to wrap the outside under the cover. But yeah, I'm going to trailer it down there, give it one last goodbye. Very bittersweet. You can see the new thruster parts. There's the new thruster. There's the new exhaust bypass. We actually ran it when I showed you the clips of it getting installed. Probably a few hours after that we ran it, tested it out. I didn't have time to show much while I was there because I immediately jumped in and started helping, and I actually finished up some parts before, or some install before we got to test it. So yeah, so unfortunately I didn't get to show you a whole lot of that. The good news is my boat is supposed to get shipped tomorrow, so I am gonna miss out on Memorial Day weekend boating, which I kind of figured would happen just because I hadn't heard about the boat until probably a few days ago, maybe 1 or 2 days ago. So I kind of figured that I'd miss Memorial Day weekend. But that's okay. Usually Memorial Day weekend is not great at the lake I go to. There's usually lots of stuff in the water. I mean, really for the next month there's usually lots of stuff in the water, but it's usually not awesome. I'm not missing out on much. Would I like to get in the water? Yes. But I like to get in the water and you know, just kind of start knocking the webs off. Absolutely. But you know, not that big of a deal. If I have to miss Memorial Day weekend, that is probably one of the best weekends to miss, other than it's a 3-day weekend. But we are going to go to the shop, and at least I think I might have said this earlier in the video, but that was a few days ago, so I forgot. We are going to go to the shop, but probably just a day trip, just to kind of see what we may need to kind of make a list of what we need to bring down, take a load of stuff down, that type of stuff, because it's been getting rented out all winter long. And it did pretty well. It dang near paid for itself this last off season, which is exactly what I was kind of hoping for. But anyways, yeah, going to meet the buyer right now. Just kind of on the way out of town at a truck stop. You know, he kind of said he would like to maybe turn around and get some more hours back towards his home tonight. So I told him I could meet him. He came from Reno, Nevada, so that's where the boat's going. Very nice family, so excited to hand it off, and excited for my new boat to come in. So I don't think that's going to be in this video. I think that'll be the next video. I may even do some of the post-delivery inspections, since I kind of helped the dealer out. I told him, hey, if you want me to, I can actually do the PDI on it to, you know, help me get the boat sooner, and also alleviate his workers of some hours, so they can work on other things, because this time of year they're pretty busy. But anyways, yeah, I'll show you some more clips as I'm handing it off. I probably won't show the buyer too much, just because unless he really wants to be in the video or something like that, I probably won't show him too much, just because it's a little bit of privacy. Now I'll cut to handing over the boat. All right, here she is, hooked up to the new owner. We got her all buttoned up, ready for a long drive. You can see all the wrap we put on it. He's got some new rock tamers. Here she goes. Last time I'll probably see this guy. Serve them well. Serve those guys well. All right, there it goes. Bittersweet end to the 2022 G23. I think I said this at the beginning of the video, but you know, that the longest I've ever spent with a wake boat, or a boat in general, is 3 seasons. All right, here I am driving away. He's sitting there. He got new rock tamers, so he's kind of dialing in the level of the hitch, and he can cut his rock tamers to the right height. So he's gonna spend some time on that before he tears off to Bozeman, and I think he's gonna stay a night there, it sounded like, and then do the rest of the trip tomorrow. So he drove all the way up here from Reno today. That must have been, I'm sure he's probably tired. Yeah, excited for them to use the boat. I'm excited to see my new boat. So I think that's going to be it for this video. The next video should be the introduction to my new 2025 boat. So stay tuned for that. I'm not sure if that'll be a week, 2 weeks. It'll likely be within a couple weeks of this video. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any thoughts on this video or ideas for future videos, please leave those in the comments down below. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and click on that notification bell so you can be notified of my future videos. I'll see you next week.